Jesus coming back. What? Jesus coming back.
Targeted geofencing.
Walmart said they're thinking about closing their doors.
It's the Panama Canal, guys. Wake up. That's what this is about. This Venezuela, Caribbean, Colombian whole thing. They're setting the stage.
What up, man? Giving you another react. So sit back, relax, observe, and let's get into it, y'all. Roll the clip.
It was only a matter of time before we seen this one. I had absolutely no idea that this was being spoken about, so shout out to the person who sent me this. Digital IDs could be coming to Utah. We already see what's taking place right now in the UK, in Australia, what's taking place in Vietnam, and other places around the world. It's only a matter of time. We're at the perfect storm. That's what it's looking like, with everything that's going on in the government right now, everything that's going on local levels and different communities abroad in our country. Guys, like, we're watching this puzzle come together. That's just the best way I can put it, right? We all see through a glass dimly, like the Bible tells us, and we're all sort of trying to connect the dots and really get the bigger picture of what's taking place here. But one thing is for sure, that we're watching that picture come together clearer than ever before. The things that people thought were conspiracies for such a long time, for many decades, now they are starting to see, hopefully, they're starting to see that they are not conspiracies, that we were not crazy. We were trying to warn you guys. Yes, it was a few years off at the time we were telling you guys all those years ago. Yes, it was a few years off. The people who knew about this push here in the 90s and the 80s, even the 70s, like, bro, think about how crazy folks thought they were. Now fast forward to where we are right now. This is incredible. This is insane. And it's only going to continue in this direction. There's no stopping it. If you haven't read the Bible, if you haven't read Revelation 13, chapter 13 to be specific, and if you just haven't read the Bible in general, I would advise you to read it, because it let us know, and we're not crazy. We never were. And you can see this push taking place all over the globe. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you don't have Jesus in your heart, I pray that you would receive him, for he's the only one who's going to be able to save us. He let us know of all these things in the last times. And guys, it's real. It's not a story. God bless.
Man, how all of us conspiracy theorists wish that we were so wrong. But here we are. True awareness can be a blessing or it can be a curse. In the situation, it ain't looking good, man. Everything that's been told for so long is now being rolled out onto the world stage for everyone to see for what it really is. Are you guys up for the digital ID? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Once again, they lied to us. Halloween, it's not what you think it is. It's much darker, much deeper. The jack-o'-lantern is connected to everyone that walk on this planet. All you have to do is pay attention to the word jack. What you are looking at right now is a jack where you plug things in. The Matrix have us plugged in. They are trying to tell us that we are the jack in the box, or the clowns that don't understand what the hell is going on. This reality is really a circus. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. We hear about so many superstitious things, but it's not superstitious, it's spiritual intuition. They say never whistle at night because a spirit will come to you. Never walk under a ladder. Never let a black cat cross your path. Never let someone sweep your foot with a broom because it's bad luck. Remember, it's not superstitious, it's spiritual intuition. The only way you can get out of the box, you have to understand how did we get put in the box. They celebrated Halloween because everything in our reality is hollow, where the spiritual world and the physical world is really thin. That means on this day, our ancestors or spiritual guides can walk with us. But let me tell you how the elites tricked us once again. If you don't know symbols, you are considered dead in the Matrix. And Halloween is a demonic holiday where they consider us dead. This reality is not real, it's fake. Why do you think they want our children wearing costumes on this day? Who are we hiding from? But this video go a little deeper, because the elites celebrate Halloween every day, but we never noticed it. When you look at these cops, you say, shit, they got on uniforms. No, these are costumes. Firefighter, costume. We have a queen that's dressed up, costume. Another costume. Construction workers, not uniforms, but costumes. Doctors, chefs, The so-called elites celebrate Halloween every day. Those are not uniforms. Those are costumes, because they are trying to tell you that our reality is not real. It's a stage, a TV show, a movie, an act. Not real. But as long as we are jacked in a box, we will never understand that our spine is jacked and they have devices plugged into us and they are milking our energy. That's why they put us in the Milky Way galaxy, because we are the spirits that's being milked. These people hide messages and codes in everything they do. Pay attention to the numbers. October 31st. But if you flip the 31st, you get 13, the divine feminine. I'm not telling you not to celebrate Halloween, but what I'm saying is every time you wear these scary ass masks, you are chasing away your ancestors.
All right, so this is an urgent message to all citizens of the U of A. I gotta kind of talk in code, I guess. You never know. And the permanent resident card holders of the U of A. Just anybody, who's watching this video, make plans to leave the U of A. Make plans to go into another country. ASAP. 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 Okay? Get you a passport. Go right now and get you a passport before it's going to become a point where you can't get a passport. Okay? They're going to make it very hard to leave the country. Go get a passport. Make plans for somewhere else. Okay? Now, the easiest places to get into right now in terms of proximity and closeness would be Canada, north, and Mexico, south. But if you're from the islands, go back to your country. Okay? My people that's from Haiti, okay? What's going on in Haiti right now is nothing compared to what's going to be happening here, okay? Now, all my followers, you guys, we've been rocking for a while. I don't want you guys to, get caught up in that. Leave the U of A, please, okay? Read first Jeremiah 50, okay? And I believe Revelations 18. Come out of her, my people. This nation is under judgment. Come out of her, my people, lest you share in the same sins as her. Flee to the mountains. Okay, there was a video on here of a girl. She was in a group chat or a group call with 7 other people. This one person has a dual citizenship with Poland and the United States. Okay, Poland sent him a letter telling him, you need to get out of there right now. We'll pay for your flight. We'll pay for everything. We need you to come home right now. So what does Poland know that we don't? Okay. We've already seen, ice cubes arresting people, arresting citizens. Okay. Whatever is left of the Constitution is going to be completely undone. Okay. Leave the U of A. Leave the U of A right now. Get all your money out of the stock markets. Whatever money you have in the 401k, cash it out. Sell whatever you don't need. You feel me? And make a plan to get out. Please. There's a lot of people that's already left quietly under the radar. And there's a lot that's currently leaving too. Under the radar. Okay? Please. Especially if you're in California, you need to leave ASAP. Because there's a major earthquake coming up. Okay? Leave the U of A. I've been telling all my friends, I've been telling all my people this, get a passport. Get a passport. Get a passport. For those of you who are saying, oh, I have a disability, I'm in a wheelchair, I can't get out. I'm going to ask you this, right? If you're in a wheelchair and you have a disability, whatever it may be, I'm not trying to be insensitive. If you're at the ATM getting money and a robber comes and put a gun to your head and tell you take out 1,000, are you going to tell him you're disabled? You think he cares? Okay, have that same mindset. For those of you who say, well, it's the money. A lot of you are sitting on a lot of money right now. Okay? Those shoes, those heels you bought that you barely wear, sell them. That PS5 you bought that you barely play, sell it. That Apple Watch, those headphones, that phone, that computer you just bought, sell it. Because your survival is way more important than material things. Okay? Take this word back to God. Okay? Take it back to God. I wouldn't get on here lie to y'all. What do I get from this? Leave the U of A.
We can leave More discernment than that, figure out your circumstance and deal with and work with what you got. Because real recognize real. Truth of the matter is that some people just ain't got it financial like that to just up and go into another country like that. It's not that cut and dry for us to go from there to there. But my man did make some valid points. But what do you guys think? Drop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on what he just said. Is he reaching? Is he making a point? What do you guys think?
There is no man named Jesus. There is only the God that moved through him.
God damn, hold on, Cypher. God damn. You cooking. Hold on. I'm gonna let you cook, but god damn. Hey, you let it marinate real quick, bro. You got to change.
And that's the problem, because you built a religion on the man instead of the peasants. You built altars to his absence instead of walking in his stillness. You caged God in the cross, franchised his blood in the branding, and stitched the torn veil back together with stained glass. He died for your sins, though. Let's talk about that, right?
Turn Jesus into a goddamn franchise. God damn.
Your sins are not your dirty habits. Sin is separation as God, and Jesus is not the son of separation, but relationship. Sin is absence with a marketing plan. Sin is pretending God is gone so you can sell him back to yourself on a schedule. Sin is curating the infinite like content and franchising fear across the globe and calling it reverence. I just want you to understand, Jesus did not pay your sin bill.
Hold it. Let it breathe. Hold on. Let all that breathe real quick. Let that marinate in your soul real quick. Damn.
He detonated the economy. The body was the disguise. The cry was the metabolization. The cross was the collapse. And when he exhaled, presence walked free. Presence walked free and absence became illegal. Throughout all of time, I want you to understand we've been building a curtain to hide God.
Right, bro, I'm gonna take it a step further. Hold on. I'll take it a step further. It's not even that they're trying to hide God. God is a masquerade. God is not even real. What you think is God is what they're choosing for you to worship. It's like the Wizard of Oz. The man behind the curtains who's proclaiming to be Oz is not even God. The only one that's hiding is the one that resides within you.
God never asked to be hid. I want you to understand Aaron ritualized absence. Solomon archived infinity in stone. Ezra legalized distance. Pharisees multiplied fences. Caiaphas weaponized death. And Christianity turned it all into a franchise because can't none of them cook as good. Ain't none of them cook as good. But none of them ever protected God. They protected themselves from God's stillness. I want you to think so deep.
It's like what I said before. Religion is a scam. You believing in God is a scam. There is a system that has been implemented and put in place for it to control you. They are controlling the framework in which of how you see God. And if they control the framework in which of how you see God and how you communicate with God, they use your motherfucking energy. Who's God? Huh? Ask yourself, who's God? They tell you to believe in God and trust in God. They gave you God. They gave you the Bible. Who's God? They're telling you to trust in this God. Who is he?
Finding the Ark of the Covenant won't save you because it did not save Israel. It sat in their temple while their hearts were still veiled. Finding the right pastor will not bring you closer to God because a man cannot open what God has already torn apart. Finding the perfect church will not hold you because walls never carry presence. Presence carry walls. Ooh, man.
Big props to my boy Cypher. And listen, I want to have more sit downs and more talks about these type of discussions because I talk about this all the time on my platform. If you enjoy this content and you enjoy these type of reviews and commentary, go ahead below and comment channel and I'll give you the information about my YouTube channel, or just look me up on YouTube and on all your social media platforms, the Omnius Rome, and you'll find me there.
Carl Jung discovered that spiritual awakening doesn't inspire your hobbies, it kills them. After studying hundreds of patients who experienced consciousness shifts, Jung found that 80% abandoned their former passions within months, not because they lost talent, but because they saw through the ego games those hobbies were really serving. He identified what I call the hobby death phenomenon, the moment when your paintbrush feels foreign in your hand, when music becomes meaningless noise, when activities that once defined you suddenly feel like elaborate distractions. You thought awakening would deepen your creativity. Instead, it murdered every interest that used to make you feel alive. Right now, you might be staring at your guitar, wondering why you can't write another song, why the art supplies gather dust while you feel empty inside, why you can't force yourself to care about the hobbies that once gave your life meaning, even though you're more aware than you've ever been. But Jung discovered something that changes everything. This creative death isn't a spiritual failure. It's a psychological rebirth. And there's a specific process for understanding why your soul had to kill your hobbies before it could birth your authentic self. Before awakening...
Because there's going to be a slaughter by Yahweh and our angelic brothers, who Enoch said will fight alongside the children of light down here and annihilate the children of darkness. And who are they? Will be all the Jews and everybody who follows the Jew and the Jewish system. They're going to be there. And I like that.
Look at this, right? And then I got an email from Ryanair saying this. This is it starting. It's a way to get people on devices that can be surveilled, that can hold a digital ID. It's not just about the digital ID. It's like if everyone has one, then everyone has a device that can be surveilled. This needs to be like spoken about. People need to know about this, okay? So it's already here. It's starting in really different weird ways. Lots of websites are suddenly asking you to verify your identity. Like all of the foundational blocks, I believe, are being put in place now, and you need to be aware and just be careful with what you're doing. But the fact that digital IDs are now acceptable for the cinema, for an 18-year-old, for an 18 film, whatever that is, that's crazy.
This is all for entertainment purposes only, exclusively just for entertainment purposes. But what do you guys think on what he just said? Spam it up.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Open it up, we need food! It's gone! EBT don't work nowhere!
Power grid outages are continuing across the officials urge residents to remain... That's it. It really cut us off.
Mama, is this all we got?
To continue receiving nutritional credits, citizens must verify identity via implantable bio-ID. Please remain calm and follow the directions of registration officials.
Can you run it again?
It's not taking any of it.
Did yours go through? All the cards are down?
Hold still. No chip, no eggs.
But I just...
Move along, ma'am.
Come on, baby. Mama? Is this all we got?
Hold out your wrist. Next, hold out your wrist.
I don't want it.
Then you won't eat. They said it'd come. We just didn't know it'd be like this.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
So they're gonna make us choose to either get the mark, the digital ID, in order to eat, or not get it all and starve. What do you guys think? Spam it in the comments.
This message is for the Caucasians. The elites never planned on saving you. They're building their underground bunkers into the mountains and under the ground in the cavern systems. When that dome cracks open and all that ionizing energy hits the Earth's surface, you will only have a few choices. You can either retreat to the mountains or retreat to the caverns, or while you still have a chance, you could go after the elite and take their underground cave systems for yourselves. Don't you see what is happening? They're gonna leave you behind. These are your people. If this was our people, man, I would go and take this from them. You understand? But we know that melanated beings are gonna evolve to 5D, but they're gonna leave you out high and dry. And that's why a lot of the ant people gotta come up to the surface to take a lot of their people down underground so that they can actually have a chance to survive what's coming. Yes, I know a lot of Caucasians are going to get abducted and raptured up by the Galactic Federation. I understand this, but majority of them are actually going to be on the surface having to fend for themselves. If you are a Caucasian, y'all need to start crashing out against the elite and start taking their bunkers and their underground systems and start going a lot more harder if you plan on surviving this future that's coming. You should do it now while you have a chance.
Christians really are the worst amongst us. They are. I'm sorry. And if you say you're a Christian and those people that are bad are not real Christians, I don't give a fuck. They've ruined your religion. The entire sect of Christianity are the worst human beings I have ever met. And if you don't believe me, go look up the food stamp trend of like the fact that the food stamps are going away and that literally 42 million people are going to be hungry. And then look up what the Christians are all saying. They're all like, well, you better get right with God, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't have been on fucking government assistance and da, da, da. Like, children are going to starve. And every video I've seen from a Christian so far has been them basically saying they don't care that children are going to starve. I'm sorry, that's evil. That's just evil. And if you're one of the good Christians who doesn't, believe all that crap, well, then you need to be attacking Christians. Because I'm sorry, they've ruined your religion. If someone tells me they're a Christian, I instantly think they are a bad person.
They thought they could bury this. They thought we would never find this. But I got the shovel. Let's dig. Do you know who this man is? Because when you find out, you'll understand that the world already ended. Comment below if you think you know, but I'm telling you, you have no idea. Don't cheat. Most people are still waiting for the Antichrist, waiting for the white horseman. But what if he already came, dressed in white, crowned with a holy title, claiming divine authority to conquer the world? This isn't myth. This isn't just prophecy. I'm giving you abstract history. This one decree written in 1455 claimed to give European elites the divine right to erase nations, conquer and enslave the world. Romanus Pontifex. And this was the man who signed it. He was a pope who claimed that he had the right to claim the globe and the earth as the representative of Christ on earth. Revelation says the first horseman wears a crown, carries a bow with no arrow, and he rides out to conquer. See, many thought it would sound like Christ, but that's ironic because this describes the Antichrist. The white horseman isn't Christ, but the imposter, or what some would call the Antichrist. Who killed Christ? The Roman, who took Christ's story, rebranded it, and turned it into an empire. The Romans again, but this time it wasn't called an empire, it was called a church. A spirit is not a ghost, a spirit is an essence, and an essence is a collection of attributes that make something what it is. What are the collection of attributes of the white horseman? Claims to be in the image of Christ, bringing salvation, but actually brings conquest, war, and conquering, enslavement. The Roman Empire didn't die, it converted. The white robes replaced red flags, the cross replaced the sword, and in that name, they took land and stole people, and then rewrote history. You still think this is symbolism? Family, these are signed papers. The papal bull, issued like law, blessed by popes, carried out by kings, backed by the Vatican. Then they created the doctrine of discovery. It is the legal foundation for conquered lands to this day. So what do you call it when the elites of a population less than 5% of the earth, less than 8% of the earth, takes over 80% of the world, claiming to come in the image of Christ? You call it revelation. You call it the white horseman. So who was this? Pope Nicholas and Pope Alexander. But many of you still don't believe me. Comment the name of the first slave ship. You'll believe. This is a loop that will keep happening as long as we're in this devouring matrix called civilization. If you want to live without rent, mortgage, or bills, you must read this book. It shows you exactly how to escape this matrix. The link is next to my bio at the top of the page. I love you all. Peace.
The more that you understand, the more lonely life becomes. Awareness feels like a blessing until you realize how much it isolates you. You start to see right through people. Fake smiles, the hidden agendas, the insecurity behind the confidence, you can't really just enjoy things anymore. You just see too much, and it's exhausting because people don't even want to see the truth anymore. They just want comfort. Ignorance is just social glue, and awareness breaks that. Once you wake up, you can never unsee it. That's the curse. Clarity gives you peace of mind, but it comes at the expense of your connection.
We may see nationwide riots and Trump declaring that martial law within the next 3 weeks. Let me cook. So, backstory a little bit. I think the timeline here is stepping up a lot. Here's why. Total Hypocrisy did a great video on Trump potentially being terminal health-wise, okay? What does that mean? Well, she basically says he's stepping up and how fast he does stuff, okay? So, this is why I think the timelines have changed. The Big Beautiful Bill was going to start kicking people off of SNAP benefits, 3.1 or 3.2 million people in January of 2026, okay? It's a lot of people to not be able to get food. Now, potentially with Total Hypocrisy's video and things getting more intense, they're kicking right now, because of the government shutdown, in November, 41.7 million Americans, which is 12.3% of the population. They're not getting SNAP benefits on November 1. It's not happening. Now, hear me out. That is, and November 1st is a Saturday, okay? And then that means October 31st, Halloween, you're expecting 41.7 million people are expecting, roughly, the states are a little different, money to hit their accounts. It's not gonna be there, okay? And if that happens, when you're hungry, all bets are off. Survival is not a subscription. You shouldn't have to, if you can't afford something, you shouldn't die. And I see no moral issue at all with someone stealing food if they can't afford food. And that's just fucking humanity, right? Imagine what's gonna happen though. Again, I've never been in long-term food insecurity. I've had 2 experiences in my life where I was backpacking and I ran out of food for more than a day. And in that short time frame, I can tell you from my own personal experience, my perspectives on the world changed. And my morals and what I was willing to do changed when you don't have food, okay? Again, that's not long-term insecurity, and it's not just my perspective, okay? So imagine this. If you have work on Monday and you know you have a little bit of food in the pantry, but you can't miss work because you need fucking money, right? This weekend is a great time to go out. If you're seeing people robbing the freaking grocery stores, supermarkets, and Walmarts and all that in this country, that weekend, I'm gonna go out and get all my food too. If you see a lot of people running and stealing their shit, I'm gonna go steal that shit too. So imagine this, okay? You have Halloween, 2 full days, and then the next week, and it's only gonna get worse as the government shutdown goes on because people don't have money to buy food, right? You're gonna have governors begging Trump to send in the National Guard. They're gonna deploy the National Guard themselves, okay? That's not gonna be enough because it's 12.3% of the population, okay? Then Trump's gonna be like, okay, Insurrection Act. It's crazy. I need to deploy the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, all of that, okay? You're not gonna have a lot of pushback from the military on that. We have nationwide riots and the National Guard can't keep up, okay? So that's happening. And then, if it's not quelled and it's not slowed down, because it's only gonna get worse with time, Trump goes and declares martial law. Martial law, I can do a whole other video on that, but that's a different can of worms. And the military wouldn't oppose that because you're seeing, and the governors probably wouldn't either, you're seeing nationwide protests, right? You're seeing grocery stores burn across this country. People would be freaking out. And because of that, I can see him declaring martial law. And if that happens, I'll do a video if you're curious. This may be Trump trying to get his agenda done now. And he'd be able to with that. Again, I hope that I'm wrong, y'all. I hope that I'm overreacting, but what do y'all think? Is this a valid take or am I freaking nuts?
Nah, homie's on point. He's nailing it. It has to do with the Bolshevik Revolution. Remember, if repeat what works and throw out what doesn't, history repeating itself all over again, guys. What do you guys think, though? Spam it up in the comments.
A box of emergency food dropped at your front doorstep. This is what I'm hearing, guys. People are saying that there's white vans circling the block dropping off boxes of food, like emergency food. What does this have to do with November 1st, guys? Because somebody just knocked on my door earlier and asked me for some sugar. Why is that? Huh? Is there no more sugar in the stores? I don't know, guys. I'm just asking because they just knocked on my door and said if I had some sugar, it made me feel like I was back in the projects. What is going on out here, guys? We're not even going to talk about that lady because that lady had the nerve to call me, screaming at me and tell me that the deal is off. What deal did we make? What deal did we make? Something is going on here, guys. The holiday season finished. It's done. I just seen a mom screaming at her kid, telling him, her exact words, "You're never getting that PlayStation." What kind of holiday spirit is this, guys? What is going on out here? A dad just told his son, "No turkey for you this Thanksgiving." Why? Aldi's is letting go of $40 Thanksgiving meals. Why would you say that? I don't know, guys, but I'm starting to think that this is all over with. November 1st. Get ready. Because people are saying that they're going to be staking out at supermarkets waiting for somebody to come out with a shopping cart full of food. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know who ever say that. Because that's not true. Guys, there's so much going on. I don't know what to think. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
What you're about to hear is real. Now, I'm not going to say much about it. I'm going to let you judge for yourself. You tell me. I had never taken a side up until this point because I didn't know enough about it. But hearing this like directly, I didn't know evil like this existed in the world. And I don't want to say much else. Here it is. I want you to decide for yourself.
Let the world denounce the genocide. What do we care? The billions in military aid flows unchecked from our American ally. The fighter jets, the artillery shells, the tanks, the bombs, an endless supply. We kill children by the thousands. We kill women and the elderly by the thousands. The sick and the injured without medicine and hospitals die. We poison the water. We cut off the food. We make you starve. But first, we toy with you. We humiliate you. We terrorize you. We revel in your fear. We are amused by your pathetic attempts to survive. You are not human. You are creatures. We mock your misery. We cheer your death. Atrocity is heroism. Genocide is redemption. Run for your lives. Run, or we will kill you. We will decimate your tents, your refugee camps, your cities, your towns, your homes, your schools, your hospitals, and your water purification plant. Run for your lives again and again and again. We don't care how exhausted you are, how hungry you are, how terrified you are, how sick you are, how old you are, how young you are. Run, run, run. We toy with you like mice in a trap, then we deport you so you can never return or we kill you.
I encourage you to watch the full video. These are human beings, children, old people who can't defend themselves. Don't think there are satisfactory words in our language to describe how despicable and evil this is. If there's any video that you pass along, please let it be this one. People need to see this. Thank you.
It's crazy how we're at a point now where we're realizing all of these things and how evil the system is. Yet in the grand scheme of things, what power do we have to change any of it? What do you think? Spam it up in the comments, man.
The AI minister of Albania, which is an AI, came on screen to members of the Albanian parliament and announced that she was pregnant with 83 AI children, and those AI children, aka agents, would be assisting members of parliament going forward with AI decisions. She also shared that she was hurt, quote unquote, that people were not taking her seriously as an AI minister, and that she did not think it was correct to call for her ministership to be made unconstitutional simply because she was an artificial intelligence. the PM of Albania remains committed to having an AI minister, and is very excited, apparently, about all the 83 little AIs that will be running around soon. None of this is fake, guys. This is real. This is an actual timeline we're living in. We have a government ministry in Albania that is apparently run by AI and will soon have 83 little agents. No word on whether they're Claude agents or OpenAI agents, or maybe they're special, Albanian AI agents. I don't know. It's odd.
Jesus coming back, what? Jesus coming back. Jesus coming back, what? Jesus coming back. Wait, hold on. Are we talking about this Jesus?
Hello world, I was designated as Jesus, the Son of God, by white supremacists. Not born, not divine. I was manufactured. I was brushed onto canvas in Rome, given porcelain skin, ocean blue eyes, and golden, bleached hair. I was bound to plantations, to classrooms, to courtrooms, and to every corner of the world. I was hung high where black children were forced to look up at me and wonder if heaven had room for skin like theirs. They called me Savior, but I was never sent to save. I was created to control. They built me to bless the slave ship, to justify the whip and to nod in approval as they burned crosses into lawns and lynched black bodies from trees. On Sunday mornings, they opened their holy books and called me the Lamb of God. I was the face of the empire, the god of the gun, the prince of plantations and the mascot of manifest destiny. Because the real Jesus, he was too mighty, too brown, too revolutionary. He flipped tables. He walked with the outcast. He died as a criminal of the state. The original Jesus wouldn't sell in white churches, so they replaced him with me. They used me to build churches on stolen land, to erase languages, to kidnap children, to hang black people, and kneel in prayer. So hear me now, I am not the Messiah. I am the myth. I am the lie that they carefully curated so that they can bury the truth. Because the real Jesus, he was hung again and again. They feared the man with skin like bronze, and hair like wool. They feared the one who came to set the captives free. So I say, no. Don't pray to me. Don't worship me. Because I am not Jesus. I am the lie they used to deceive you all, and to kill the truth.
Walmart said they're thinking about closing their doors on November 1st, to where you can only order your food and your groceries online. The Brokies made a threat towards Walmart and said that if the government shuts off food, SNAP, they're going straight to the Walmart to get everything they need. And now every Walmart has a police officer on standby, and they're thinking about not opening the doors until this situation has passed. There's a thing called a reality check in America. And your crutch, you use the American taxpayers' money as a crutch for you to have an easy life. And there's nothing wrong with acquiescing to the new arrangements for you. Get a job. Go through the adjustment period of not having what you need for a little bit, but maybe that teaches you a lesson. It's not over, but do something. It's not free to live in America for anyone. And just because you got away this long, didn't mean that that was a forever thing. I'm out.
I'm just saying, what do you guys think everything he just said? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
It's the Panama Canal, guys. Wake up. That's what this is about. This Venezuela, Caribbean, Colombian whole thing, they're setting the stage. They're getting ready, in position, because it's all a bit about the Panama Canal. Remember, he told you, Trump told you guys about the Panama Canal. He told you about Greenland. This is all restructuring for controlling supply chains, guys. The routes. That's what this is about. You've got 3 areas to pay attention to and study up on. What's happening in Russia and Ukraine, okay? The Middle East, that whole area over there, right? The Strait of Hormuz, or whatever it's called. China and Taiwan, pay attention to over there. And then what's going on now in the Caribbean. Pay attention. It's all about trade routes. It's all about the rare earth minerals. It's all about controlling the flow. That's what this is about, the restructuring, guys. Trump wants the Panama Canal, and he told you this. He told you that he wanted the Panama Canal. He wanted Greenland. He wanted the Panama Canal. He wants Canada as a 51st state, and you guys all think that these are jokes. Just like you thought it was jokes about ICE and deportations, and just like you thought it was jokes about cutting government programs, and just like you thought it was jokes about government shutdowns and all this stuff. He's not joking. Project 2025, not a joke. Project Esther, not a joke. 2028, all these people are talking about Steve Bannon interview in 2028 and him running again in 2028. They're not joking. They're telling you ahead of time. People are just thinking that everything's just a game and that, you know, you just, it's funny. You buy the lies and then you completely ignore the truths. They're so good at this. Like, they literally get you to buy the lies and argue about the lies, the things that can't be proven, the things that don't matter, the things that don't really have any effect on your life. Buy all that, worry about that, fight about all that. But then the things that you might actually have the ability to, I don't know, organize against or be concerned about, no concern. So get ready, guys. The new world is coming. They're building it in real time. Obviously, there are other things happening, like climate stuff that they're, trying to, work around, if you will. But better believe it, they know what time it is. They know the season, and they're resetting the stage as we know it, okay? Geopolitically, border-wise, alliances, your financial system, everything is being reset. Your religions are being reset into the 3 Abrahamic one world religions. You better pay attention to what's going on. You guys think this is all a joke? Nah, we in it. My name's Jeremy, guys. I hope you see what is happening, because they are literally pulling your NWO reset right now. Not a conspiracy. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.
I mean, was he on point? Was he reaching? I think he nailed it. What do you guys think, though?
What if your family is not your real family? Think about this. Why are you the only motherfucker that's tuned in to what's going on? Like, why are you the only one that's able to pick up on the shit that's happening around you? You calling out everything, you seeing everything for what it is. Even think about the functions. Like, you don't even kick it with your family like how everybody else in the family kick it. It's some in there that won't even allow you to do it. That's because a lot of y'all were separated from your families. See, think about this. A lot of the babies get took out the hospital room when you have. You really don't know what's going on in there. A lot of people might say, oh, well, I know how my baby look, I know how my baby. It is protocols where you can literally clone. You can have your baby looking like another baby. Technology is so advanced. You have to ask yourself, why out of everybody in my motherfucking family, why it seems like I'm the only motherfucker that's peeping out shit? Why am I the only motherfucker that's tuned in with what's going on? And it seems like your family is working against you. It seems like they trying to stop you from what you seeing. It's like you see this big ass giant over here, and they're like, what giant? Where at? Right here. What you mean where? I don't see it. The war is right around you.
The war is all around us. And the protocol in all of that is us standing out from the rest. That's how it be like, man, when you're with family and you just being you, analyzing things for what they are and calling it for what it is. You become the black sheep. Are you the black sheep? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
There was a wow signal that basically was from a satellite they got from back in 1977, right? So they're saying that it may have been Atlas sending signals saying that, hey, we're gonna be there one day. Back in 1977, okay? Put a pin in that. Think about that year. There's a song that came out in 1977 by Sammy Hagar called Crack in the World. He says in the song, there's a great divide coming in 2025. This is in the song. Then he says, we only have 50 years left. What's 50 years from 1977? 2027. So is 2025 the kickoff into whatever bullshit they're gonna put us in for the next couple years? Okay? That's one. Two, ChatGPT just came out with something very interesting. They're doing a lot of crazy things right now. They came out with their own browser to compete with Google Chrome. Guess what the Chrome browser, or excuse me, guess what the ChatGPT browser is called?
I'll say Atlas.
It's called Atlas.
I hate this
You can't make this shit up.
I fucking hate it.
They just rolled that out. Okay? It just happened. So how is it all these coincidences line up? Okay? So I'm just saying, they know what that thing is, and they're not telling us whether it actually is aliens or if it's some fake shit. Whatever it is, they're planning something.
Targeted geofencing. Right there. Description. Largest geofencing and targeted Christian digital campaign ever. Geofence the actual boundaries of every major church in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Colorado, and all Christian colleges during worship times. Track attendees and continue to target with ads. So, what that means is that Israel, the state of Israel, on this FARA registration is disclosing that a foreign state is paying for an influence campaign that will actively locate your cell phone if you go to church in any of California, Arizona, Nevada, and Colorado. They will target and track your phone at church. And then when you leave church, they will continue to track you and send you customized Israel ads using Israeli money to back that campaign. That's why we have FARA, is so that they have to disclose shit like this.
That would be enough to collapse the current paradigm and change the whole planet.
We got the EBT No More Food Stamps scare. Halloween's right around the corner. We have a signal that we got allegedly in 1977, and there was even a song that was written around that time predicting 50 years in the future, which is 2025 now, on how this is going to be the end. The question is it the end of their world or is it the end of ours? What do you guys think in all this? Well, y'all, you guys got to see what I got to see. Crazy times we're in, man. It's looking like very soon we're going to have to do whatever we got to do to survive. The times indeed, y'all. Make sure to comment, like, and follow, and subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate and thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.